beautiful day, and spring is definitely here. As you can see, the runoff is coming down, starting to thaw out. I'm incredibly thankful. It's been a long, cold winter. It's nice just to see the water running down through the cattails again. Definitely looking forward to spring. At the house, there's still a lot of snow in the yard. It's gone down a fair bit. My little compost shed there is gotten quite warm. The compost has thawed out really nicely. Hopefully within a little while we'll be able to get some major gardening and yard work started here. I'm hoping to, up this hillside, I want to do some beds that will run east-west, which will put them crossways like this, so that as the rain comes, those beds will catch the rainwater in the swells and put it back down into the ground. I use this ditch as a source of my water, and although it's not a full-time creek, so I have to harvest the water when it's there. So I need to get some more barrels. As you can see up here, this tank, it's a 350-gallon tank I got. It's off an old sprayer. So I'm going to be able to use that so that I have some more water to use. I also have a rain barrel at the end of the house that's full, and I have one inside the house that's full of rainwater or snow water that's been melted. So hopefully we'll be able to get some of this done. This is where my garden was, in this weed patch, and I got behind on it when I was injured. But we're going to try again this year. I think I'm going to try the cardboard and mulch trick, the no-till, and I'm hoping I can get a good garden going down here. But it'll just be the start of it. The other flower beds are starting to thaw out. These are bricks I got from a friend of mine, and I'm going to be using them for some of the projects I have. This is my herb garden. As you've seen in my other video maybe, I put compost on it just to help melt it down. The compost was put over top of the snow, so there's still snow underneath, but this is all melted down real nice. It's good mulch. Left all the seeds in here, so this is my dill. Hopefully it'll reseed itself. There's some more there with the seeds still on it. I have mints that grow up in here. This is a tree that started growing last year, or 2 years ago, when I've left it. And we're going to find out what it becomes. I'm not even sure what it is, but I'll leave it and see. I might have to transplant it. This bed is going to need some water. Most of our rains come from the north, so that the shed actually ends up blocking this flower bed, sadly. So I will have to put some more effort this year into making sure that stays good and wet. The apple tree, it produced amazingly last year. It's more apples than I've ever seen off it. Oh, there's a couple little ones left, but it makes an apple probably about that big, and they're just delicious. My last year's tomato plants. This is also the bed I do my peppers in. My first year I was able to get over 40 pounds of tomatoes off 4 plants, and that was at the last harvest. I'd been eating them all year. My peony bush down there. My rhubarb is under this snowbank here. It's a rhubarb plant that I transplanted, and you can see one of the leaves there. I was given this plant, and in 3 years it has grown so well that I have given 3 different people started off it. My chives here. I also have onions in here.
Remember what you're doing?
Well, just mixing up the compost. And we've got a lot of stuff that's just dry like this. And then we have more finished product here. And we're mixing them together so that they'll rot faster. And then we're going to add some water and get some more compost going. Our local dump also collects compost, grass clippings and stuff. And I'm going to get some more from there because I'm going to need more compost. That's all there is to it. But the hothouse is working amazing. It's nice and warm in here now. I'd say probably at least 10 degrees warmer than outside. And it's actually, once I break through the frost layer that was real thick, now it's very thin, a couple inches. You can see where the compost itself is heated, and to where even the dirt underneath the pile, when it get down that far, is soft, and normally that would be frozen with permafrost. I mean, it's February, and so yeah, it's working well.
Oh, here, show them what this is.
We'll get it mixed up here.
Oh, your hands are fucking weird, baby.
Here we go. I've been digging down in this corner. It's quite well composted in here. Oh, there we go. Collecting compost, sometimes you do get garbage because people using baggers on their mowers, but that's okay. I just pick it out while I'm going through. But well composted here. Here you can see it hasn't even started to rot, it's just dry. Just grass that was, and leaves, but it's good. Another chunk of garbage. Take that out. And we're going to have a lot of good compost for the spring. Here's a frozen chunk. And I threw one of these in here 2 days ago. And it's almost completely melted down. Or I dug one out, I shouldn't say I threw it in. But the amount of heat that this is getting in the sunlight is amazing. It's working quite well. In the sunlight is amazing. It's working quite well. And I'm very happy. We'll hopefully have great compost and have a great start on our garden this year. It's because of the amount of dry stuff I have in here. There is some moisture, but I'm wanting there just to be a little bit more. You don't want to drown it right out, but I've just kind of made a volcano here, and it'll soak around, and it might freeze tonight and for a couple nights, but during the day it's going to get enough heat that this pile will be giving off a lot more moisture just by starting to rot some of this dry stuff. As you can see, it just soaks it up like a sponge because this stuff is just totally dried out. So get as much moisture as I can into it without overdoing it and try and speed up the process a little bit. The more you turn your compost and keep it moist, and if you have the proper worms in it, you're going to end up with some great compost. Well, here we are, mid-February. It's been a nice evening, so we got a fire going. Yeah, there's still snow on the ground. It's must be pushing 7 o'clock, and it's still not dark out yet. If we look over here, there's the moon. We got the sky out here. It was actually only not too long ago I was out here and I seen a bat. Neat to see. Yeah.
Holy shit. Pardon my French.
Which is a good sign. There's the dog snooping around, hard to see. Back to that full moon. But we're just going to sit here and enjoy the campfire, have ourselves a good evening, and after a day of work and spring cleaning. And yeah. Good evening.